7 o'clock Tuesday, evening time for some Toy Tuesday. We're going to check out some super cool memorabilia tonight. Since we are live, we will give everybody a few seconds to get their notifications and jump on with us. Got a couple on already, so glad you guys are here and ready to go. We'll give everybody else a few seconds. We're going to check out some more cool stuff that I picked up at the Wichita Swap Meet to add to our personal collection of goodies. So a couple of cans and a couple of other cool pieces we're going to check out tonight. As always, comments, questions, be sure to throw them up there. We'll try to catch as many of them as we can. I try to get most of them. Occasionally, things do get scrolling pretty quick, and sometimes I'll miss some stuff. But, and also please keep an eye on your autocorrect. Sometimes that does some wonky stuff, and if I can't make it out, I'll typically skip the comment as well. So, anyway, that's what's going on. Let's start checking out some cool stuff that we picked up at the Wichita Swap Meet. Starting off with an oil can. This is a really cool can. It's cardboard, but it's a neat piece. Peter from Oz is on with us. This is Convoy oil. This has got to be 70s era, no doubt about it. Big, long strip of highway, the 25,000 mile oil. Not really sure where they were going with that. I don't know of any oil, even the synthetics of today, that will go 25,000 miles, but shows the highway with some mountains off in the distance. Eloy made it tonight. Synthetic Molly motor oil. Sounds pretty fancy for the day. But this was a can that we did not have. My daughter had been looking for it. It is a cool piece. It is in the oil can book that Tom Allen put together. So it's one that we've kind of had an eye on just because it was called Convoy. And Convoy is a super cool song and definitely reminds you of the 70s. Conklin products. SAE 1050, kind of an odd weight. Number one, made it tonight, breaking in a brand new iPad. Convoy Synthetic Molly Motor Oil, 25,000 miles or 1 year drain interval. Dan's here. Convoy saves you money, improves gas mileage up to 8%, reduces oil consumption up to 40%, even at higher operating temperatures, lessens valve train wear and noise, provides more compression and power, eases cold weather cranking, improves high temperature performance, exceeds all automobile manufacturers' warranty specifications, protects engine against sludge and various form and varnish formation through 25,000 miles. This actually has a year on it, even copyrighted in 1977. So, just like we guessed, absolutely 100% a 70s era piece. Conklin Company, Shakopee, Minnesota. Convoy is completely compatible with ordinary premium motor oils. Convoy is recommended for all gasoline and diesel engines except turbo and supercharged engines. Mick made it tonight. Peter, cool can. Smokey Bear will be after you. Yep, that's right. Oil filters should be changed according to engine manufacturer's recommendations. We suggest used oil analysis at each filter change to continuously monitor oil condition through the 25,000 mile or 1 year interval. Bill's on with us. Norma's on with us. So this was some pretty amazing stuff. 25,000 miles or 1 year on Convoy oil. Never heard of anything like that. So that, and maybe that's why they didn't stick around very long. Maybe nothing lasted. Al's at NC's with us. Brandon's on. But, and maybe that's why those cans are a little tough to find. So, Kim's here. Rusty Nails is here. Steel Ponies is on. But, pretty unique piece. In 1977, they said this stuff was good enough for 25,000 miles. I don't think it probably really was. Big Job's on. But they sure hyped it up that way. But apparently it did not work out too well. This is a brand new full can. I do need to get it drained. Here it's still got oil in it. But definitely a super cool piece of 70s oil can memorabilia. Amy, LOL, our 6'2" would trash that oil in less than 2. Yeah. But there again, but that's what's so great about looking back at these pieces, looking back in time, looking at the marketing and what they did back then to try to sell this stuff. Here we are, going on 45 years later, they still don't have 25,000 mile oil. So William says, yeah, nice colors. Yeah, it is cool. Glenn from Minnesota's on with us. So it is a nice can. It is in great condition. Was definitely excited to add this one to the collection. it's a good addition and one we've kind of been after just because it was so 70s. See, Brian says he's sending something this week, so maybe we'll have some more cool stuff to check out next week from Brian. But there again, rolling with some Convoy oil. But like I said, the 70s stuff, super cool. Got another can to check out. Shopcat's on with us. And this is a Texaco can. This is an earlier Texaco can that we didn't have, and is a pretty odd one. Something that you don't see very often. It is a Caltex 2-stroke motor oil. We see the star, but it's branded Caltex. This can has some dings, dents, scuffs, scratches, but this is a pretty old can. I don't know exactly how old this one is, but other than a few dings and dents, still has pretty decent color. Effective protection and reduced operating costs are assured through regular use of Caltex lubricating oils. Caltex lubricating oils are the result of many years of research and development and are especially refined to provide instant lubrication and top performance. Follow the red star, known as the mark of better petroleum products. There is a Caltex product especially made for every lubrication use. Shopcat, can I run that in my Everest or EV? I don't know. I assume that was EV. I think autocorrect got you on that one too. But what's great about this thing is the top of it still has the original pour spout. We can unscrew the cap, and it still has this super cool turnable pour spout on it. Peter, we had Caltex here, and that's a 50s to late 60s can, so. Nope, it's not up for auction. This is one that we didn't have. You look at the cap's still pretty cool. It's really cool. You know, how it sinks down into that lip. That's right. Just do it. Jeff says do good cans for their age. That's for sure. So cap threads back on there. And we had to grab that one. So 2 new cans for our personal collection that not going to be sold, but definitely keepers. So if anybody wants to auction one tonight, let me know. I got about 4 or 5 boxes of them right over here behind me, so we can always grab one of those too. So like I said, those cans are going into our stash because they are unique, they're different. They're, you know, the Caltex we weren't necessarily after, but my daughter's collected Texaco for a lot of years, and that was one we didn't have. Great pour spout on it, unique size, 2 liters Caltex, so probably a foreign can. Dispatch post office ain't that fast, so Big Job says a lot of those cans were repurposed. I would imagine so, especially with that pour spout made onto them. That was pretty handy. Jim's Lawn Service Chainsaw 2-cycle mix. Yeah, probably something along those lines. I don't know what, you know, all used 2-cycle back in the 50s and 60s, but it was something like that. So those 2 I'm keeping. If you guys want to auction one, I'll go over there and dig one out of the boxes over there. Anyway, what else did we find at the Wichita Swap Meet? Got a couple more cool pieces to check out tonight. So next one is going to be a piece of soda pop memorabilia. How about a little Dr. Pepper? This piece just, I don't know what it did, but this thing just kind of jumped out at me. Hot or cold, enjoy the friendly pepper upper. Still has the thermometer in it. Speaking of pour spout, Hudson, the Hudson badge is in the office. I didn't bring it out tonight. But this thing's got a little age, a little wear to it, a little surface rust, a little scuffing, a little scratching. But I don't know, it just was cool. It just kind of jumped out at me. The back, you know, just pretty much original, little surface rust, the old wooden block that held the thermometer part in. Let's auction the Dr. Pepper thermometer. That's there again. You know, I got a sign for you guys that we're auctioning off or raffling off. But I don't know what this thing was about this thing, but I thought it was cool. It jumped out at me. Not a huge Dr. Pepper guy. I do drink it. I do like it. And, you know, I've got quite a bit of soda pop stuff. And it's just the thing, it's one of those deals. It kind of jumped out at me. I was like, that's cool. I need to own it. So I bought it. So. and added it to the collection. One more piece we're going to check out tonight, and this is kind of weird. Looks like a globe with a slot in it. It's a globe bank. Shop Cat, if you saw my empties garage can, oh, hold on. My workshop, you'd see why. I'm a pepper, you're a pepper. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? That's true. Who drinks hot Dr. Pepper? Not me. Rusty knows, how about auction off the Plymouth sign? That's probably not going to happen. So I think the Plymouth sign's probably going to stay right there where it's at right now. But what's cool about this globe, I mean, it is early. You can study the countries on it and, you know, kind of date some of this stuff. J. Cheen and Company, made in the USA. It's a small tin thing that was made in the USA. That definitely dates it for sure. Any Buffalo nickels? Nope. It's empty. No change in it. Definitely got a bad spot right there. Definitely got some age to it. Got another bad spot. Sam says it's cool. Well, we haven't even looked at the cool part yet. You know, it's just a little, you know, it's about the size of the palm of my hand. It's kind of the shape of the size of the globe. What makes this thing cool? It's a Chevrolet promotional piece. The symbol of savings for 27 years. So, I don't know what year this was. I haven't even bothered to look it up yet. Haven't had time to mess with it. But that's why we grabbed it. Peter, the old Ford sign's great. We'll look at it here in a second. But this globe is tin. You know, real thin tin, real thin paint. Normal. I have one of those banks, but a little bigger than that one. They are cool. Yep, they're great pieces. You know, the bottom, nothing fancy. Had a little keyway to get into the bank. Number one is trying to sell the Dr. Pepper sign, and I don't want to sell it. I bought it to keep. So, but it is a great piece. Like I said, don't know what year it is, but a cool piece of memorabilia, and was definitely excited to get it and add that to the collection that we brought home from the Wichita Swap Meet. So there's the Ford sign, Ford authorized sales and service. Probably 38 if 27 years of Chevrolet. I'm guessing it's in the 30s, Jim, so that's probably it. Ford authorized sales and service, that is an original sign. I actually have a pair of those. The other one is over in the other building, but I do have a pair of the Ford authorized sales and service. About in similar condition. Few holes, few scuffs, few scratches, but yeah, that's a great sign. So, anyway, that's what we picked up at the Wichita Swap Meet. That's the end of the memorabilia from the Wichita Swap Meet. But trust me, I ain't run out of cool stuff to check out. Jeff Taylor says that's cool. It's awesome and in really good shape. It is a neat piece. My daughter found it. She's like, this thing is really pretty cool. So we actually worked out a deal with several pieces. Alan's agreeing with 1938, and I think that's probably about right. So actually, a pair of those Ford signs is not for sale. I got two shops. So I got one here, I got one over there. See more in the USA and Chevrolet, that's right. This was even earlier than that, but 38 would make sense. I think it's right around that win time. Big Job says, I got some great stuff. Thanks, appreciate that. Roger's on with us. So late 30s, 38 is probably pretty much right in with this bank and USA. So we know it's fairly early if it was made in the USA. And it's got the Chevrolet logo on it. It's a cool piece. Daniel, did you see that 03 Silverado get hit by a tornado in Texas? Yeah, I did see that video. I think everybody saw that video. That thing went nutso. But that's what we picked up at the Wichita Swap Meet. And I hope you guys dug all that stuff. I'm going to add it to my shelves and some super cool stuff. So, well, don't worry. We'll be digging out more cool stuff for the next coming up episodes. Every time I look around, I find more cool stuff that we haven't talked about. We need to work in some more World War II stuff and all kinds of neat things. Shoot, maybe we'll just start walking part of the wall, too. I mean, we could always pick out a couple of signs every Toy Tuesday and talk about a few signs. I've got a few hanging around to check out. So. But It's what makes it fun. That's why we're here. That's why we're hanging out. We like memorabilia. Jim says hit the like button. Appreciate that, Jim. And having a good time. Things have been nuts, though. Bought 9 more cars yesterday. So stay tuned. We got lots of cool stuff coming up on that stuff. I've got like 5 more to go look at this weekend on another deal. And things have just been crazy. But it's good. I got some neat stuff yesterday that we'll be checking out. And there's actually more potential cars on that deal. This other deal is 5 separate cars in a completely separate place. So I got 9 yesterday that I wrote a check for. That guy's got a few more to look at, and things have just been busy. So how about old Revell models? Yeah, we could dig model cars out too. I got like a whole shelf of those up there buried behind boxes of oil cans. And yeah, that's the crazy part about it. There's probably... Jeff, thanks for bringing so much great and interesting stuff. Well, that's what we're here for. That's why we like to hang out. But there's probably 10 boxes of oil cans up there that we haven't even opened yet. Be putting new tires on your trailer soon. Hopefully I won't be, but maybe somebody else would be. But Peter says, sounds great. Show more signs. We can absolutely do that. I've got signs. I think I've probably got 200 to 300 signs. We've only looked at a couple of them I had 30 signs in my buddy's bar and grill that they just recently sold. When we cleaned that out, I had right at 30 signs in there, and we've only looked at 3 of those signs. So we've got a whole big collection of those to do. And we might start working some more of that stuff in, because that stuff is over in the other building, and I don't have heat in there. So now that we're getting out of winter, don't forget to look for turkey taxidermy for River Car Creation photo. Yep. Now that the weather's calming down a little bit, we did some stuff over in the other shop throughout the winter, but now that it's getting pretty decent out, we'll definitely be working some more stuff in over there. I've got piles of signs over there, as well as a lot of oil cans and even bicycles and stuff like that. So glad you guys enjoyed it. That's about what I've got for this evening. If you guys have any other questions or comments, be sure to throw them up there. We'll sure try to get to them. What's your sign? Just a nobody? That's pretty much it. I'm just a nobody. That's about what it amounts to. But anyway, what else is coming up? It's kind of a FOMOCO week on inventory. Got one more van to check out. Do you have all your good stuff insured? I've got contents insurance. With all the towing I'm doing, yeah. Fortunately, well, these 9 that I bought yesterday aren't terribly far away, so I'm kind of glad about that. This other batch is a little further away. There's going to be a little driving involved with that one, but this batch I bought yesterday is fairly close, and the other vehicles he's got aren't there, but they're still not terribly far away. So, but going to be a lot of cool stuff happening. Like I said, this week on the rest of the new inventory videos, pretty much all FOMOCO. 74 Ford van. Do I have any Schwinn crates? No, I don't have any crates. I am actively looking for some crates. I would absolutely love to pick up 1 or 2 crates, but I do not have any crates. I've come close to buying a couple. I just didn't pull the trigger on them. We looked at a Gray Ghost one time real hard, and at the time, the bike had been very amateurly restored. And at the time, based on the condition, we just couldn't pull the trigger. I looked at an Apple crate one time, real serious. And it had some reproduction parts on it. And, and this was a few years back, and I think they were at $1,500 on it with reproduction parts. So we kind of backed off of that one. But yes, actively searching for some good crates. And I wouldn't have a problem paying up for a decent crate, but do not have any as of right now. But 7440 Econoline video coming up with a little bit of an interesting story. I've got a little bit of history of that van and didn't even know it until I got there to look at it. Number 1, we're getting close to 10,000 subs. Pick a giveaway vehicle soon. I still think a pickup would be easiest unless you have something in mind. Yeah, we're working on 10,000 subs, which is crazy. But the vehicle giveaway is still a little bit of a tricky situation. So, got some ride time in a Lincoln Land Yacht. Great video. William liked that one. But and we got another Lincoln coming up. So as I said, it's kind of a FOMOCO week. Another Lincoln video coming up on another suicide Lincoln that I picked up. And then Sunday night's going to come right back around on us again. So Had a few more people jump in on the raffle. If you have not gotten your tickets for the raffle, be sure to jump in on that. And we've got a little time this time since we started at the end of March. We're going to run it through the end of May on the super cool Sinclair porcelain pump plate. Definitely want to get on that. And having a lot of fun. So anyway, stay tuned. That's what's coming up this week. More cool stuff coming up Sunday night. Jim liked the emblems on the 61 Impala. Yeah, that's a pretty neat old car too. Those things are getting super tough to find. So lots of things happening. Wish you can get a 56 Continental Mark II. Not a lot of Mark IIs out there. Only a handful of them made. And, they don't pop up very often. I mean, I think it was in the few thousands of those. I don't remember the exact number. But they were so crazy expensive that they sold very, very few of them. But not many of those out there. Number one, do I buy old BMX? Not really. Mostly like 50s and 60s type bicycle. Norma, great stuff as always. Great show. Love watching. Thanks. I appreciate all your guys' support. And tell your friends, we don't seem to be growing a lot here. Jeff Taylor, love the stories on all the interesting cars. Did you see the one on Cold War motors? No, I did not. But like I said, tell your friends about it. Have them come on over. Sunday night we're kind of stalled out. I'd like to see a few more viewers jump in there and join in the fun. Hope you guys like what we're doing. I get a lot of positive feedback. If you think we can do something different or better, be sure to let me know. All of this is about you guys being involved as much as me. Waiting on the 66 Caprice video. Haven't even been back by there since I wrote the check for that car. I need to get by there and get that video done as it's buried in the garage. So I got to get a video buried in the garage so I can get the thing dug out. Plus, there is I've got a ton of parts. I've got a buddy of mine who is thinning some stuff down. I may have mentioned, and I've got several pickup loads of parts that I've got to get at his place because it was kind of like everything in the rafters in this section, everything in that corner over there. And I've got, I don't know how many loads of parts to get out of his place. So tons of stuff that I've already bought there. And there again, I've already written checks for all that stuff. So I've got a lot of inventory coming in, a lot of things happening. Things been crazy busy. So appreciate you guys being here. We'll get ready to wrap up because it always takes a few minutes to get wrapped up as we work through the last few comments. But if you do have something else you want to throw up there, be sure to do it. Toss it on up there and we will we'll try to catch it before we jump off of here. If not, stay tuned for the rest of the FOMOCO videos, the 7440 Econoline van video, the next Lincoln video, and then, of course, be back here Sunday night, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time for Sunday Night Live Chat. Hope to see you all there. As always, got any questions about vehicles, parts, or anything, just give me a call, 620-786-4428. Be happy to have a conversation with you. Otherwise, I'm going to sign off. Keep an eye on these last few comments. Everybody else is signing off. So thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for spending part of your Tuesday evening with me. Really appreciate it. Stay tuned for the other videos. Be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification button if you have not done that. And we will see you Sunday night. Thanks for watching, everybody.